What's up, dude? I'm watching these dogs, and this one dog loves to play fetch, but he'll bring the ball back to you and then refuse to give it to you. Wanna play? Play the ball? Can I have the ball? You can't. I'm watching two dogs, and they both just tried to bite the ball that I was gonna throw. Give me the ball. Right? I went to a wedding last night, so I'm sure my face and hair look really good. Oh. What's wrong? You left the ball there? Can I have the ball? Psych. Just kidding. Go, go, go. Just exhausted. I didn't even like drink. Like I had like 2 drinks, drove home. I drove my friend home, I drove home. The past few nights, my brother and I have been hanging out, so then I go to bed at 1, 2 in the morning. And I am not made for staying up late like that. Today's Sunday, so I have violin at 1, and my niece is coming to visit. I think we're gonna go away next weekend. Other than that, I know, right? So exciting. Don't try to get back. Yes. Oh, no, 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 no. I threw it on the counter. And it's very last minute, so I have nothing planned, but I think it'll be fun. Oh, my brother's gonna pull in the driveway and be like, what the hell are you doing? Oh my God. I just pulled in the driveway from doing my first jujitsu class and my whole body hurts. I'm definitely dehydrated because when I was leaving, the whole front of my head was just pounding. Like it hurt so bad. And my phone's actually resting on it, but I found an iced tea in my car. So we're doing better. But yeah, I was home Friday afternoon. It was the 4th of July and I did not do anything. It was awesome. I've just been thinking about like trying to do something that's really hard. I love to do something that I really suck at, especially in the beginning, because it just makes learning how to do it so much more fun. And I hate, like, I don't hate the word, I don't know. I have like some bias against the word rewarding, but I think fulfilling is what I feel instead of rewarding. But like, it's just so cool to stick with something enough times that you're so bad at until you like finally get okay at it. I remember when I was like 6 months into violin and I actually played like 3 notes together and I was so excited. So I've been really looking for something that I can do multiple times a week in a class format where someone's telling me what to do. Honestly, I've been doing like some calisthenics at home, but you know, when you're at home and I don't live alone, it's like so easy to get sidetracked, to get pulled away, to be like, oh, I can do that tomorrow. You know, it's so easy for it to fall out of my routine. But when I do something like this, that's at a scheduled time and I pay for it. You know, I'm not saying anything new here, but it's a lot easier to keep up with. And I don't have to try to figure out what training I want to do as I'm doing it. This guy is a professional. He plans the classes. He is much better than us. And it's cool to learn from people who, you know, are really dedicated and interested in what they do. So I was looking for a martial art to learn, but it was important to me that I actually be able to not necessarily like fight, but like build tangible and like interpersonal strength and strategies. Like I could do karate, I could do kung fu, I guess. I don't even know if I could do kung fu around here, like where I'm from, but I could definitely do karate. I might also do some taekwondo because this gym does both. But what interested me about jiu-jitsu is the fact that it is wrestling analogous, and that a large part of the training and like motivation behind it is keeping yourself safe in situations and like disarming the other person and like having escape strategies. Oh my god, I can like feel the bruise coming on my arm. So I went to this gym to try it out, and I really liked it. It was really great for a first class. In the past, I've done boxing. When I was in college, I did like a month or two of boxing, and that was really cool. But then the pandemic happened, and you know, we all know what happened from there. In my head, all I had was the vision of boxing, which is like I showed up to kind of like a warehouse type thing. They had mats on the walls and floor. It was a lot of men. At boxing, there were more women. That was cool. Even though the class is co-ed, there's no guarantee that girls are gonna be there. So that was the image that I had in my head. And so I pulled up to this place, which was a warehouse gym. And it was cool when I got there. He was actually like opening the garage door to like air out the place, because you know, you're like walking around barefoot and everyone's really sweaty and gross. It was pretty much just like the boxing gym. It had 2 red squares on the ground, which I'm guessing is like sparring area. But I was the only girl there today. There were like teenage boys and then like dads and then me. So that was cool. And we did like a cardio warm up. We did some drills, focusing on your core. That's also a large part of what I wanted to get out of this, was getting a lot of core strength. When I was younger, I didn't understand what the point of it was. And then 2 years ago when I hurt my back, it's kind of all I've been working on ever since. So we did practicing some moves. Of course, I was very, you know, it went better than I thought, actually. I thought it was gonna be really, really bad. But all my my home workouts have been doing something. So it was nice to see that I wasn't like totally floundering and suffering the whole time. And then we did like practicing escape situations and things like that with partners. And my partner was this older guy who volunteered to go with me because there was 8 people. And he was telling me that he has 2 daughters that also do jiu-jitsu, so that's cool. And you know, it's like, it's really interesting because it's like, as a woman, I'm already afraid of like making it awkward and making it like, I'm taught to be agreeable, right? So like, I want to be agreeable, and in something like jiu-jitsu, like it's incredibly like you're front to back, like it's incredibly personal. You're sweating, you're wrestling, you're like pinning each other down. Like in the moves he was demonstrating to us, like you're trying to get to mount, which is basically missionary position. And you know, when it's 2 guys who have belts in this, like they're not thinking about it so much, right? But suddenly I enter the space, and then everyone has to be a little more aware, which I mean, I appreciate. It would have been weird if they like didn't consider that at all, right? But it feels like sometimes it's like we all know this, and then even though I want them to say it, them acknowledging it makes me feel like, not that I have like a target on my back, but it's like I know that by coming in here I've changed the dynamic of what's going on, right? So it's just something I was thinking about. Like I'm so exasperated with having a woman's body. I don't want to get into that right now, but I was thinking on the way, like I'm in the part of my period where like my boobs are swelling and I'm feeling bloated, so I'm like super aware of my body, and then I walk in and all these men are like, oh my gosh, we're stronger than you, and this is like, we're trying not to make this sexual or threatening, which I appreciate, right? Anyways, I'll let that it's complicated, you know what I'm saying? But this guy was very nice. He was like, if I make you feel uncomfortable at all, just let me know, we'll stop, we'll talk, it's fine. And I didn't feel uncomfortable. It was great. He was teaching me a lot. That was cool. And I really got to like really exert myself. It wasn't like I had an opponent who was smaller than me, and then I also had to try to like go easy on them. Like, not that I'd be going easy on anyone, I'm literally, it's my first class, but hopefully I'm making sense. I'm so tired, but it was nice that I really got to like put all my energy into sparring and trying the moves, and he was really nice and cool. And then at the end I actually switched to another guy, and he was also very chill, and he was like, if I make you uncomfortable, please say something. And I was like, I promise you will know. Like, I'm very comfortable with that. Like, if they're being weird, like, I'm gonna say something about it. And I think that we should all, you know, try to get to that point. Like, I think it is cool of them that they said that out loud and like set that expectation just like verbally. Like, what I'm saying is that I really appreciate that they did that, because even if you're being like assaulted or molested or whatever, like, you might be like, oh, I'm being dramatic and annoying, right? Like, we're taught to feel that way. Anyways, the point is, they made me feel very comfortable. It was cool. I got to really use my whole body. I'm gonna be so sore tomorrow. This gym is taught by like one guy who trains under a different another guy, but he said I could come back for like 2 more classes without paying, which is cool. Make sure I like it. So I'm gonna go back on Thursday. It's Tuesday now. I'm gonna go on Thursday after work, and hopefully by then my body will have recovered a little bit. I need to go drink some electrolytes and take a shower and lay down. But it feels so good. I you know, my job is nice and great, whatever. I love the kids, but I am someone who likes to move and likes to do a lot. And so when I'm pretty much like sitting all day at work, sometimes by the end of the day, like, I'm wired. Like, I'm doing push-ups, incline push-ups on the desk. I'm like, I need to get out of here. Like, I'm so itchy is the only way I can describe it. And an activity like this, where you really like, you're just using your whole body and all your energy, and you are not thinking about the world or politics or whatever, all the things that stress me out. I'm not thinking about how my body looks. Like, I am in a dangerous situation. That's what my brain thinks, and I'm trying to get out of it. I think after a long day of not doing anything, this would be a really awesome thing for me to do. I am leaving the country in like 4 months, but I could do it until then, and we'll see what is available on the other side of the ocean. That is not for right now. I'm very excited, but for now I just wanted to hop on and tell you about my very first class, so that in the event that I keep doing this, I will have some first thoughts to reference, and hopefully in a couple months I'll make a more put together video. But I just wanted to chat and tell you how it went. My skin is so dry. I am so thirsty. I am so tired. I'm gonna go hang out with my cat and read my book and take a shower. Okay, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great rest of your day. I hate closing videos, but I appreciate you, and I'm glad you are in the world, and I will talk to you later. Okay, bye.